Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the studio. Wow, thank you so much for listening to my podcast. Okay, so I just found this cool new feature on my recording software. And so now I can record audio and video. So big ups to me. Today I just want to talk about just being grateful. Really, just be grateful. Like that's what I always tell myself, just to be grateful. And be grateful for, the things that you have because at one point or another you ask for these things. And so, why else would you complain about what you have right now? And so, I'm just learning to be more grateful, not to look so much into the future, living presently, and just trying to level up in life. And so, I really am pushing myself to level up in areas where I feel as though I've been lacking the last couple months of this year. I felt as though I slacked off a lot. I really did. And it's okay. I'm a human being. We get burnt out. Things change. I've done a lot as well too. But not every day is going to be progress. Progress is going to look differently every day. And so I just wanted to really focus on me and my happiness and what I want to do for myself. And so, leveling up has really been my talking point for like the last couple of days because I was like, what should I write about my next podcast? And I was like, people actually listen. I'd be getting like 4 views. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting views, listens, everything. So I appreciate you guys so much for supporting me and my endeavors. But the ultimate goal here is just to live your day as you wish. And that's my wish for myself. And that should be the wish for a lot of other people. Just to live your days as you wish them to be. And that could be anything from having a private income and being with someone you love. That's okay. If that's what you want in life, that's totally fine. But make sure you're developing yourself, making sure you're working out, going to the gym, and, really just being grateful and being better every day, 1% better. You know what you need to do, take care of yourself. And so that is, priority. And it's really just the heart that matters the most. It all boils down to, is your heart right? Is your heart turned to the right place? That basically means you want to have the heart to do the right thing for yourself, not letting yourself go. And you have to want the best for yourself too, because it's not going to come naturally. We can all say life is hard, life is hard, life is hard. But if we don't never get to a point where we move and say, direct our focus and say we want to live a good life or a better life, then we won't ever get there. And that's what I always say to myself. Like, I want to live a good life. I don't want those intrusive negative thoughts to always outlie the positive ones that I have for myself. And so, I trust myself more and I let go of my fearful mindset. Every time I always tell someone, oh, I'm from LA. I used to live in LA. And they're like, oh, it's so expensive there. And I'm just like, I don't think that way. That's not my first thought. That's not the forefront of my mind that a place is so expensive. Yes, it's about the hustle and bustle, but you have to be creative. You have to think outside the box. No one's going to give you the life you dream of. You have to want it for yourself. And so you have to make moves and you have to be okay with constantly thinking outside of the box and being creative with your thinking and, focusing every day on your daily wins. Every day you have a win. It starts with just being grateful, making up your bed in the morning, taking care of yourself, washing off, brushing your teeth, eating something healthy, taking your vitamins, stretching, going to the gym, being kind to a stranger. These are daily wins. These are things that you can do every day to make you feel like you're a winner because you are a winner. These are like small little highs that you can get. And so you just have to see it as a a win every day for just the small things. This is part of being grateful. And you don't have to be so hard on yourself because, everyone's on a journey. I always tell people, oh, you have such a nice body. Oh, you're so nice. And I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. But at the same time, I just focus on working out just to be healthy. I'm not in competition with no one. I am not thinking about anyone. I'm just focusing on how I can be better every day. We're all on a different journey. And so for me, it's easy to say to myself, I'm just going to work out just to be healthy. I'll make sure I stretch because I want to feel good. I want to live a long, healthy life. And so I tell myself, just work out to be healthy. Don't look at no one. Don't compare yourself to anyone because you don't know what they have going on in their life. Just be happy for them. Be happy for them and know that, you know, they're going through something too. You don't know what it is. And so you just be happy for everyone, including yourself, and don't compare. Do not compare because comparison is a thief in the night. And, you have to find the joy in the present moment. I recently have been focusing on living presently. And I will say it has been a challenge. It has been a challenge, but I really have pushed myself just to live presently. And, constantly throughout the day, I'll remind myself, not to think about certain thoughts. I don't want to think about thoughts that I done made up in my head that doesn't really add value to my life. And so I think about what I've been focusing on, the new era in my life, the mastering the body. And so that is what I want my primary focus to be on right now versus me thinking about other people or thinking about things that don't really add value to my life. Focusing on things that really don't make me happy. And I know it don't make me happy, so I do it anyways. And so I forgive myself and I forgive myself often because again, you never want to be hard on yourself. You do not want because being hard on yourself does not make you do better. It doesn't keep you in a place where you feel like, I'm hard on myself. Like, think about it this way. If I was hard on myself, what am I accomplishing? Stress. I avoid stress at all costs. I feel like stress does not really make you better. It ages you. It makes you feel as though you are less than. And it just creates you to go in a perpetual cycle. And so there is multiple things you can do to help it with your stress. If any person who has come down to some kind of sickness, the physician, doctor going to ask you, how is your stress level? And you have to always ask yourself that, checking in with yourself, seeing where you're at. And my next level up would be to give without overextending yourself. And that's been one thing for me. Like, I try to give as much as I can without overextending myself because I work part time and I do focus on like all my different ventures. And so I do what I can. A lot of times I can just give with my words of encouragement, and someone's like, it's so great. I need to hear that. And sometimes it's nice to be able to buy someone something or do something for someone or take someone out. And that's always like a good feeling as well, too. So, I always try to give without overextending myself. I'll say I'll give less than what maybe once a week. I'll do something nice for someone. I'll think of something nice to do for someone. Or just call somebody up and tell them how much I miss them and how much I'm thinking about them and how much I care about them. And I learned that, have a sense of balance. Once you do that one time, let it go because we can always get in the cycle of my next one is acting busy all the time, being too busy. Being super busy is not good for you and it's out of balance. And, everybody needs time to rest. If you don't rest, then you start to make mistakes. You start to look down on yourself. You start to get irritated, agitated, and those are negative emotions. You don't want to feel that because those keep you from leveling up. And so I always think to myself that, if I need to rest, I'm going to rest. Yes, I work out 4 days a week. If I can do five, that's great. But if not, that's okay too. I'll just pick up where I left off at as long as I went. And to balance it out, I'll eat something healthy for that day. Eating something healthy makes me feel a lot better with my mood as well too, because that's your body's nutrition. That's the nutrition you need, to feel an adequate amount of energy to get through your day without having to depend on caffeine. Caffeine dependency it's rough to get off on, but there's ways you can get off of it. There's juices that are antioxidant, there's drinks, there's energy drinks that have electrolytes in it that'll help you with just creating blood flow through your body. It's getting things moving. And that definitely helps, keep you in balance. My next thing on the list is craving perfection blocks your happiness. And I let this go a long time ago because I felt like, trying to be perfect was just being superficial. I felt like being perfect was superficial. Like no one in this world is perfect. Everyone's always on their own little journey. And I felt as though that I do my best. I'll say that to myself. I do my best because it's like, why try to be perfect? No one's gonna be like, wow, that's perfect. No one's ever gonna compliment you and say something was perfect. And so striving for perfection daily or on goals or anything, you just think about it doing your best, 1% better every day. That'll help you accomplish your dreams and goals, and you'll feel good about yourself too. Letting go of the cravings and trying to control everything too. I know my biggest thing is I don't get upset about traffic, but I do try to control how other people are driving. Like sometimes it bothers me, and I have to learn to just let it go, breathe through it, and just let it go because why is what someone else doing, bothering me? Like that shouldn't bother me. What somebody else does and how they live their life shouldn't necessarily bother me. I have to learn to let those things go because it's out of my control. And so I learned to say to myself, okay, nothing at all. That's the first thing. But, ignore ignorance. Just ignore what people are doing that don't really resonate with how you want to feel. Just imagine life. This is for me that I learned how to do this, but imagine your life that you went ghost. You didn't talk to no one, change your number, you just ate good food, you start hitting the gym, that includes the sauna, and you just really just start going in and grind on yourself, just really start to focus on yourself. You found a good book to read, you got in the best shape of your life, you cut off toxic people, you started a little side hustle, or you even started like a little small business, and it all paid off. And I felt like today is like the perfect day to start. Why not start the year off right with something good for yourself? And so I'm gonna start off something good. I wrote down what I want to do for myself. I wish I had an idea of how to make a really quick vision board, but I'll do my best. I'll figure something out. But I just encourage everyone just to, find peace of mind and be happy this year. Don't let everything bother you. Don't be focusing on all your failures. Let things go easily. Control your thinking. Your thinking follows your life. And so the more you have control of your thinking, the better off you'll be. Focus on what you do want and less of what you don't want. And you'll feel good. I feel great about myself. I feel like every day I get better. I'm thriving. This is my level up season. And so I really just want to help others understand how the body works because I'm a master of the body. And also just help people try to figure out, ways to be better. For me, it helps me thrive when I can help someone else rise higher. And then I had wrote this thing down the other day, and it was basically just saying like, Hold on really quick. I'm trying to find it. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I want to have a sign that says free life advice. Like, just like help people, like be like, hey, you got free life advice if you need it. Just pray for people. Yeah, just pray for people. Yes. That's right, guys. Yeah. I can't find it. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I can't find it. But it's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Hmm. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. These would be fun to talk to. I wish people would like ask me questions, but a lot of times I think people just want to hear what I have to say, and that's cool too. Because really, it's just like my thoughts. I'm not really like actually, trying to preach to anyone. I just want somebody to have something encouraging to listen to, because this is how your life goes. Like you have to have a sense of balance. Yeah, Cash, listen to funny videos, watch funny videos on Instagram and all, but also work on your self development. Work on your, understanding how the body works so you can help somebody else understand too, and help somebody else grow and thrive. So, thank you for your time. I love you so much. I hope you have an amazing day. Happy New Year. I wish you all the success, peace of mind, and lots of money. Thank you.